Hi everybody, it's Jen, and I am here with my week 11 process video for Project Life. This is my 7th process video, and the dates for this week are March 9th through the 15th. I have my planner out there, and that is available digitally on my Etsy store, and my Etsy store is Scrapping Posh. I also have a couple digital files available for cutting on the Cameo silhouette, and I'll show those in later videos. My apology for the screen scooting over like that. I'm trying out a new setup because I have two projects going on at once, and so my original desk is kind of covered right now with mini album components. So, anyways, all these cards are Becky Higgins Project Life cards. Some of them are, I believe, from the Midnight Collection. Like, I believe the one with the craft heart on it that I'm working on now, the title card, is from the Midnight Collection. And it is one of the, I think, front cover cards. Have that little acetate film strip. I'm not sure who the manufacturer was, but it was in a Studio Calico kit. I used a Studio Calico stamp from a past kit, that heart, and then I just have a circle that I punched out of the Maggie Holmes 6x6 pad, and I'm using my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to put a Studio Calico Color Theory star on there, or 3 actually, and they're in the gray tones or black. So checking my dates here, making sure it's March 9th through 15th, and those stickers are the molded foam rubber in gray from Amy Tangerine, and I love those stickers. They're like, I think all the molded foam ones are my favorites. So I'm going to put March and then 9th through the 15th, and for the middle they have a little swirly line there. It's too long, so I'm going to cut it in half and put that, finish up the date. And then they have the little dots, and they have lots of little dots on it. I really like them, so I use those throughout the layout too. I'm going through some label stickers I have, and pulling out the ones that I think I'll be using. I really want to use that sheet on top there because there's only one left, and I do end up using it. So this week what happened in the first 5 cards are from my daughter's recital. It's called March Madness, and she's in the band. She's a clarinet player. So I just backed that picture on some diagonal striped 6x6 paper. I think it was Maggie Holmes, just a scrap I had. And these are basic gray stickers. I'm going to spell out March Madness. And I am getting down to the nitty gritty on those basic gray stickers. Used up almost all the consonants, but I have lots of vowels left, so it's kind of the opposite of what normally happens, but that's okay. So again, it's March Madness, and the theory behind this concert is that it's kind of a social event, and everybody's supposed to just kind of hang out and talk while the kids play the background music. But because they switched, they got a new school, and they switched where they play it, it turned out being pretty formal because they all ended up on a stage solo by themselves. So my daughter was quite nervous about that. I got a little gray Color Theory geotag from Studio Calico. I'll be using that stuff up for a while. I have a lot of Studio Calico stuff. And then that sticker, the tiny text sticker from Cosmo Cricket, is from the Just Because, and it just says let your inner artist out. And then I'm going to be, this is the program for the event, so I'm going to fold it up so it can slide behind that first picture, and I want it to have a tab on it so you can see it behind the card so you know something's back there. So I just take this Studio Calico Hello Forever sticker, and it says now playing, so it's appropriate. And this piece of scrap paper I'm going to stick behind it so that it's not sticky. And then I'm going to fold it up. Oh, first I'm going to doodle on it by her name. That's her name, and that's the song she played. And then fold it up and stick it behind there. And that's how it's going to sit in the book. So I'm going to take it out for now because it just kept making my card two-dimensional. Now I know you can't see it because it's over on the left there, but I'm just journaling on this card. And it's a picture of Madison's friend, and it's talking about the cake, and it was really cute. They had cake and some kind of punch, and it was a really cute cake because they have little treble clef signs and little music notes on each piece. So I thought that was pretty neat. So I am going to find a little piece of acetate to stick on that, and then one of those Cosmo Cricut tiny text that says friend, and then the rest of the time I'm just journaling, so you really didn't miss anything. It's talking about the cake, and Madison, my daughter, she was very nervous, so I was trying to make her laugh, and she was just picking at her cake, so I took her fork and I stabbed it a few times, and I don't know, she thought it was funny. Her friend probably thought I was crazy, but it made her laugh, and I think it made her a little less nervous. And then that is a picture of my daughter being nervous. And that card has the date on it, so I put March 10th because that's the date. And it had time, like 6, 8, 10, 12 along the side, and I circled 6 and 8. And then I'm going to find a tiny text sticker for that one too. And it just says, be brave. So, and then the other one says courage. And then these two are of my daughter actually playing, and that little music note banner is the Studio Calico Hello Forever banner. And that one just says be brave and do it and let go of your fears. And then I'm going to put a pre-stamped image. Well, actually, I put those tiny text ones I was just talking about. I put them on here in a minute. And then that card, I put a piece of 6x6 behind it just to add a little bit of interest so it's not just completely coral. And then that's a Technique Tuesday stamp that I cut out. I stamped on white cardstock previously. I have a whole bunch of them with the Stampin' Up! Cherry Cobbler ink. And then I just put them in my little paper plates full of stuff and glue them on. And then on the card to the right of that, that was my daughter. She was done with her start part of the recital. And it has a little jelly bean soup label on it. It says seems like yesterday. And then I used one of my Red Doris Happy Face stickers. And then this card, and I apologize because it is off the page a little, or it is off camera a little bit. It's a picture of my boyfriend Tom and one of our dogs. And they're doing their lovey-dovey, rub the ears, and he was just not going to leave him alone until he got some attention. So that is a part, that heart with the love in the middle of it is part of a Studio Calico cut, a Cameo Silhouette cut. And I just backed it with white cardstock. And I'm going to use those basic gray stickers to spell daddy, so it's going to say daddy love because he's loving on the puppy. And then I'm cutting down these photos because they're way too big. I'm going to make a little grid, and it's both of the dogs and the cat. So Um, there was no way they were all going to fit on there, and I'm trying to get them all the same size, so I'm just using one as a reference. And they're not all the same size, but it's a lot better than it was. And those stickers are Sandy Lion stickers, and they're furry friends. I've had these things forever, so I'm just trying to use up everything I can before I buy more because my room is full. So I'm going to use those in a second, but right now on this card with the grid, I'm going to use the Cloud9, or no, I'm sorry, the Creative Imaginations Debbie Mum epoxy stickers, and they're actually Valentine's Day themed stickers. They have that coral color on them, so I thought I'd bring those in. And then I get to use up this very last piece of the Hello Forever Studio Calico labels, and then I cut out the Hello Forever because there's a really cute heart in a circle next to the hello, and there is sticky behind them, but I couldn't get the sticker part off, so I just cut it in a square and put the hello with the little heart on it. And I'll use the forever later in the layout. And then those are pictures of my dog, and he is being goofy, laying upside down. So I pull out those Sandy Lion stickers again. I got one that says furry friend and silly dog. I'm going to journal on it here, and it just says he finds ways to make funny faces, and he makes us laugh because he can bend his body in like 180 degrees. His back legs would be facing one way, and his front legs would be facing the other, and just all twisted up. It's amazing, but it does make us laugh because he looks like something out of the circus. So I'm just looking for something to put on the bottom right hand corner of that card, and I get that heart stamp out again, and then another one of those epoxy stickers. I think it says love. And then these two little flowers with the hearts on them, I put those on there too. And that's it for that card. And then for the next card, oh, I put some of those little gray foam dots on there. And then the next card is my daughter, and she got some Happy Mail. As you guys know, she likes the anime, and she got a little figurine from anime. So I'm using this Studio Calico kind of map sticker, and I really like that sticker, or not sticker, but stamp. And I end up covering most of it up. And I think this item that she bought came from Japan, and if it didn't come from Japan, the anime originated in Japan, so I thought that was appropriate. I'm checking my foam letters, and I'm going to spell out anime. I almost used up all these too. And then I'm going to, I'm looking through, that's my black and black. I have my black, gray, and red stuff out. I think that stamp is a cutout again from Technique Tuesday. It says today, and it points down to the picture. And then I just put that black punch, and it was a punch of a cover, so it's really shiny. And then those are fabric stickers, and I like the colors on them, and they kind of reminded me of a Asian theme because of the pinwheels. So I actually stick one on each page, and they are from Cloud9, and they're called Fabric Accents. And then I got a 3x4 picture of my daughter, and she's making a goofy face. And I pretty much leave that one alone. I think I come back and add a sticker to it. And then I'm looking for something. Oh, I put a Studio Calico Color Theory heart on it. And then I cut apart from 6x6 Maggie Holmes paper pad. That is a camera, and I put that right on top of the heart. And then the next card, which I trimmed on the picture, this one here, was really funny because we live in a small town and it's a lot of agriculture around us, and they have tractor days at school, which I'm sure anybody from the city will be like, what? But they actually allow the kids, or the older ones, to drive tractors to school. And they had huge tractors in the far parking lot of the high school. And we were on our way, I was on my way to drop her off, and we were stuck behind this tractor, except it was a lawnmower. So we just thought it was hilarious because all these kids brought these huge tractors, and then the one in front of us was riding a little lawnmower. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then the next picture, the next card is a picture of the library, our public library from the outside. And I used a jelly bean label, and it said date, but I cut that part off. And I just put Catching Fire because that was the book we got that day. And it was a Studio Calico stamp. It said heck yeah, or heck yes. And then the next card, I used the Studio Calico stamp. It has a little heart, and then stamped all over it, so loved. And that's a picture of my boyfriend and my daughter. And they're just hugging. So that one is a picture of Madison's grandma. Oh, that's where I put the forever from that Studio Calico thing I cut off at the top of the page. And my camera's going to cut off. I have no idea what happened, so I'm going to walk you through because there will be still pictures at the end. This is the other half of that frame. And then I just built up a cluster here. Then it's got one of the red smiley face stickers and a heart and like flower design. And what you're not going to see is I put a 6x6 cut apart. It has a little house on it. And then 393, which that's Madison's grandma's address numbers. I'm just trying to use up the thickers. That's why I put it on there, but it works. And a little house is it's a home. And then that 6x6 camera, or the camera cut apart from a 6x6, and that's what I'm looking for. Oh, I put those dots. I'm just putting dots all around it. So, like I said, it cut off, and I just want to say on the last card, I ended up using both thickers, the foam thickers for the first part of the letters, and then the basic gray, or for the rest of the letters in the words that I used. I think it says movies, Chinese, because we ate Chinese food. Oh, and flood. So check out that very last picture. You'll see I used a little new technique for me anyway. So I appreciate you watching, and if you have any questions, let me know, and have a great day.